me just set this up real quick. Let's move this over here.
They so loud. You play so loud, you about to pop my eardrum, bro.
Let's see, put this over here.
I'm about to pop my eardrum.
I'm actually still in the way. Nah, but fuck it. Alright, like that, we good. We good. What's good? What's good? What's cracking, YouTube? Whoop. Thought I had the bottom cap up. What's cracking? What's cracking? Serio, it's been a while. Hey, and we're shipping it out on Monday, my boy. We already fixed what we needed to get fixed. So it took a while, but we got that fixed already. And luckily, I thought they were still gonna give me a hassle, homie, but luckily, it seems like everything's now, falling into place as it should be. Mahina was all negative, like, nah, they're not gonna do it. Like, they're gonna, like, man, you gotta have faith. You gotta have faith. They always trying to keep a good man down. Oh, I know. I was tripping out on that. I was like, what the fuck? I'm actually gonna hit 12K, homie. That's crazy. Shadow goes to sleep. No, no quiero. I want to be awake. What's good? What's good, Metal? What's good, Joseph? Now we're straight, my boy. We barely starting.
Oh, don't talk.
Nah, we already have drank the few. I ain't even gonna lie.
I said stay alive for 3 more seconds.
Ain't wrong with that. Yeah, it's all good. It's better. Like it. Come on.
I killed someone.
Oh, you know me, my boy. I'm a man of my word, homie. It's because I didn't expect all of this shit to happen. You know what I mean? But that sometimes that's the only bad thing about like trusting people that they're not gonna come at you the same way that you come at them. But it's all good. You know what I mean? They stay in their name, so I ain't even tripping. You know what I mean? As long as it's not at my end, I mean, that's all we can do. What's good in the bottom tonight? Chilling. Just chilling. What's good with you? Salute. Hey, likewise. What's up, Shadow? Smoke weed every day. Do a little quick freestyle. Big Gus want me to freestyle. We don't blaze it, but we drink. We'll drink one up.
Oh, but you can't.
We'll drink one up. Sup, G? Respect from Texas. Hey, shout out to Texas, homie. You know what I mean? Much respects to Texas too. They doing their thing out there too. Hey, do you know?
No.
Do you and your family still wear masks or yeah? No, yeah, we still wear masks. You know what I mean? Better safe than sorry. You know what I'm saying? Like only because of the kids. Like I don't want to risk. Because you never know, homie. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't trying to take that gamble. You know what I mean? Because at the same time, you don't know what people be getting themselves into. There's some motherfuckers that just be on some. You know what I mean? So it be a crazy world we live in now. You already see all the fucking desmadre that be going on in the day to day. With shootings and COVIDs and all kinds of shit.
So Alex.
It's the real world we live in. It's that real world. Saludos out of the NYC. That's right. Shout out to New York City. Woo woo. Farmero is definitely up in the building. What's good with you, Farmero? What's cracking like in my boy? What's shaking bacon? I'm gonna be reacting to some rapper from what's the name of that barrio, man? It's a norteño barrio in San Jose. Fucking me, man. And I was just talking to homie también. Fucking West Mom. A rapper out of West Mom. From Barrio West Mom. Wait. Yeah, I think West Mom. Hey, homie, if you watching this pen time, you know what I mean? I get a lot during the day to day, so. But I think West Mom. He's a new rapper, up and coming, so. We're gonna be, we're gonna be seeing what's cracking like him with that. Nothing much. Because I'm here just at the casa, of course. Homie doing his thing, hey, and this is chilling, homie. You know what I mean? Shit, it's better than like I don't know being at work right now. Like the people that gotta do them graveyard shits, cause that shit ain't no joke. To all the truck drivers and all that shit, should be crazy. I would fucking hate driving right now. The shit, fuck that. Do you ever go to the car shows or concerts? Yeah, Simon. I like car shows. I like lowriders. I like all that shit. Concerts not so much. You know what I mean. If I do end up in a concert, because of my aina. You know what I mean. But me personally, I'm not. I'm not one that likes to be around a bunch of people I don't know. I'm just like that. You know what I mean. I'm always on my toes. I'm always just like peeping fools out. Like I have that thing to me. Like in person, I'm different than how I am on the internet. In person, like if I sense that someone's looking at me or something like that, I'm like, hey, what's up? Like like what's cracking? Like you know what I mean? Like, cause how could I say when you come from an environment we're brought up, where motherfuckers are always trying to get it on and cracking. You know what I mean? You just never know. So it gets installed in you that way. You know what I mean? Like you don't mean to come off that way, but you just can't take the chance. You know what I mean? You wouldn't want motherfuckers slipping on you. You know what I mean? So you wanna be able to make your first move. First move's always gonna be the best move. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I don't really like being around a bunch of people that I don't know. Because a lot of people don't know how to behave too. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people be acting dumb, especially if alcohol's involved. No, hombre, you know. That's it, oh my boy, if I was to hit the dance floor, woo, the sprinkler, the double dutch, the cabbage patch, it'll be going down, my boy. You don't even know. It'll be right there like, don't make me bust out the moves, homie. It'll be Egyptian lover. Nah. Head spin, head spin. I whip out the cardboard out of an old pizza box. Oh, yeah. That grease will make me spin faster. I can see that shit. I'll for sure that if I win the dance off trophy, I could picture myself coming at it. What's that name of that TV show? They used to come out? Soul Train and Soul. When they do the line and the people dance in the middle of the line, that'll be me right there. I'll do the worm from beginning to end. Have a good night. Saludos. Had a good vibe. Hey, likewise, my boy. What's cracking, gente? Oh, that's right. Jesus is definitely up in the building. Whoa, whoa. 209 is definitely up in the building. Modesto. Well, to the whole 209. From everything in between. There's so many cities in California that you're funny. Okay? Everybody from beginning to end. But it be cracking out there.
What was that?
Because the Tone, what is the cover covers a lot now? Picture shadow dancing with the chola with. I'll be doing the move where you spin them around. You see motherfuckers be doing that shit? Like, what? They be treating them motherfuckers like a fucking rubber band, like shit. Throw the iron in the air. Tombstone that bitch. How does a gang get the number 13 in their name? Like those type of conversations I can't talk about on the internet, my boy. You know what I mean? Like, because I have to dive into the politics of incarceration, and you know what I mean. Those are just subjects that homies prefer that we don't touch on. So you know what I mean. I still got my rules I gotta walk to. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, if I'm able to speak on it, I'll touch on it. But there's certain things that homies just prefer that we don't touch on. So you know what I mean. Despite what people actually say on here, like, oh, you can't be talking about this. Like, my boy, everything goes to the homies, you know what I mean? Because if you weren't able to talk about it, you definitely wouldn't see it on my channel. You know what I mean? Have you ever gone to one of those dance at school with your kids? Hit the sprinkler. No, because I didn't attend school, my boy. I wish I did. So unfortunately, no. I wish I would have, but we you know what I mean? We didn't even go to the ninth grade, my boy. We're too busy acting stupid. We're being fools.
Bro, I mean, I want to.
Learning the hard way. That's real talk. That's crazy, you know.
There's one.
Well, now, you know, when I got older, you know, I educated myself and all that, but I mean, when I was actually supposed to be doing that. But it is what it is, homie. You live and learn, you know.
But I see it, easy.
Homie said freestyle, my boy. You want me to freestyle when I'm buzzing? Do you know any martial arts like kickboxing or? Yeah, I know taekwondo. And a little bit of boxing, just a little bit though. Like,
Oh, we're not gonna do that.
you know, I used to box when I was younger, but that was when I was young, my boy. And then taekwondo was when I was like in like my mid-20s. But that's only because of my size. I'm not the biggest one, and I know a lot of motherfuckers always, were gonna try to come at me because of my mouth. So obviously, I wanted to learn how to defend myself and shit like that, at the best of my ability, you know.
All these people. I mean. Oh, they're gonna kill me.
You were hitting the sprinkler while running from the. I was double dutching them. Damn. And I seen shit like that when cops are trying to get this like fools, and then they be like doing all these moves, and the cops be fucking flying, and then fools get away because some motherfuckers run fast, homie. Like damn, you seen that vato? That's crazy. Shout out to referee. Bacomeros with all respect. Hey, likewise, my boy. Shout out all of Pacoima out there, homie, doing their thing. Woo woo.
Oh, go. Oh.
I'm 5'8". You know what I mean? So I'm 5'8". Keep this in mind. This is when I was younger, so 5'8", and I was scrawny. So, and, you know, obviously, I had a mouth on me. You know what I mean? I wasn't gonna stay quiet. So, best thing you want to learn how to do is defend yourself.
You're gonna die.
Always, you know what I mean? Not to like inflict harm on others. You know what I mean? Where you want to go and you want to start bullying people just because you know these techniques. Not for that sense, but in the sense like if they come at you, you want to know how to, you know.
We're gonna have to go on.
At least you don't handle your own. You know, to the best of your ability, because there's only so much you could do. Regardless, you know, it's like if it's like 5 dudes, you know what I mean. I mean, we can't all be knocking 32 vatos out, but you know what I mean. So. Hello everyone. What's good? What's good, Santa Ana? What's cracking like it?
Wait, what?
I'm the typical Hispanic height.
No, you're not. Okay. Wait, I watch window?
You know what I mean? But like I said, you just always want to, you know, stay on your toes.
Oh, what's spotted? What? On your trophy thing for one throw a grenade.
I'm not gonna be like them fools that be lying and saying that I be knocking fools left to right out and like we ain't doing all that. What's this about? Oh, you know, my boy just chopping it up, just free balling it, you know what I'm saying?
No, they got me.
Just spitballing.
I know.
If you had opportunity to go to school as an adult, no, well, I do. I do go to school. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's on top of the roof, Alice.
For psychology. It's just something that, you know, piques my curiosity, just to better understand. Why I think the way I think, or why everything transpired the way it transpired. You know what I'm saying? Because although people be saying like, you should know these are choices that you made, like, bro, shut up. You don't know what be going on in my head. You're gonna be telling me what's going on in my head when I don't even know what's going on in my head. You know what I mean? To better understand why everything played out the way it played out, or why, or what grip has us stuck in the hole that we're stuck in. Well, a lot of people may like to think that people choose to be this way or choose to be stuck. Like, that's not what it is. You know what I mean? It's not that. You know, there's more that goes into it, but people don't understand that part because they weren't raised like how we were raised. So they won't be able to understand the emotions that go behind it. Like, you know, why we think the way we think, or, you know, behave the way we behave. Hey, you guys better take turns.
Bro, he turned it off.
I know, like, he still has a little bit more time to play.
Yeah.
And then it's your turn. Um,
I might know one.
I can't watch. Keep this public. I can't watch. What is I can't watch? Keep these public. Accountable for what?
It's obvious that the beginning of the game, though. When I just did at the beginning of the game.
That's right. Enjoy yourself. Got you, my boy.
You couldn't even make any second
Stockton, Modesto, Turlock, Livingston. Damn, homie. No manches. That's a lot. Shout out to everybody. I'm in my cell. RT now watching. That's right. Central Valley, homie. That's right. Shout out to all the Valleros. Gracias, CMR. What kind of munchies you get at your Bertos? The what's it called? The DUIs. The is that what they're called? The DUI fries? No. The DUIs. No, I think that's the name of them. No, it's the DUI French fries. The ones that have the fucking chunks of asada and all that shit. That should be bomb, fool. That's crazy. Alberto's be coming through with some shit, homie. No lie. Do you plan on getting any more tattoos? Oh yeah, of course. I like tattoos. I don't know. Maybe. Actually, I haven't given no thought. But if I do, it's probably gonna be in my neighborhood. That's the only thing I ever seem to get. Anytime I do get a tattoo, it's always in my neighborhood. I don't know. Just there's no right to hold governments accountable. Yeah, but that's the thing, though. The government will never hold themselves accountable for the very exact same crimes that they commit, that they try to, arrest us for. But yet they don't hold themselves accountable for the very same actions that they say that we commit. But okay, I don't know. I don't want to create an uproar right here.
Bro,
like what? When you guys dropped the bomb on Hiroshima and Nagasaki, and we didn't know, nobody said nothing. My boy, shit, we had to hold you motherfuckers accountable for all that shit. How many counts of murder was that? Almost a million, no? A few 100,000. I want to say a few 100,000 innocent people, easily died right there, easily. And that's just in that incident, not even counting, all the bombings in Libya and all of those. We're just sticking to these. I mean, we don't want to bring out all the dirty laundry because, I mean, shit, it could. I don't know. But these individuals, drop one fool and it's pandemonium. These motherfuckers drop a bomb and literally in that 1 second they kill thousands of innocent people, pregnant women, old elderly people, children, from young and from youngest to oldest, babies, all of them, my boy, animals, dogs, cats, all of them, my boy, all of this. These people were in Japan chilling, homie, and boom, homie. I don't know if y'all have seen, but that's crazy. And that's just that died right there in that incident, because then you still had more people that died a lot because of, the ones that suffer from radiation poisoning, and then they develop cancers, and then all of those people that died because of this. So then you add those to this pile of murders that you already committed. And these fools are fine. Ain't nobody telling the government shit, homie. Ain't nobody telling these vatos nada. I'm like, what? But yeah, when a gang member kills another gang member, you fucking hint this over here protesting. But these vatos. And just that one incident, homie, all kinds of gente died in. Ain't nobody saying a fucking goddamn thing, homie. Not a damn thing, homie. Or did I miss something? Do they complain? I don't know. I'm not really too sure. I want to say I didn't notice that they were out there protesting. But yet nobody ever talks about that. Like when I bring up stuff like this, they don't ever want to talk about it. Like that's different. How's it different? It just is. Like okay. Like whatever you say, buddy. Like oh well, why are you trying to defend the actions either way? Like it's not defending. It's fucking just. I'm trying to get to the bottom of understanding. What's the difference? Like, you know what I mean? Like because it doesn't make any sense. That's all I'm trying to get to the bottom of. Like, try to make rational sense to what you're saying, because it's not making any logical sense. You know what I mean? So you want to hold these people accountable, but you don't want to hold them accountable. Like that, I don't get it. What's the difference between the groups?
My eyes are bleeding.
Like,
Oh, we can buy it. We can buy it. We can buy it.
Doesn't make any sense.
My eyes are
I'm not trying to rationalize anything. I'm just trying to get to the bottom of it. Hey, my boy, you know any of the fam from Chino or what? Like Chino Sinners? I know homies from Chino Sinners.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. Chino Sinners, yeah, Simon.
Watching fun in the water.
DUI fries. Fuck yeah. I'm telling you, the DUI fries are magma, homie. Those just hit the spot too. They be leaving you all bloated. My Celtics lost game. The Celtics lost game 6. Hopefully they win game 7. I'm not sure. Hey, Miami be playing rough, huh? Hey, no lie. This was a complete unexpected,
Before we get started.
Well, I've been surprised, you know what I mean? Like, fucking Miami came. I don't know what they be giving. Jimmy Butler's a pretty good leader, huh? It's like when he speaks, like he inspires them, them guys or something. Hey, because you got for a mediocre team that they have, because they don't have like a fucking like an elite team. For that team that they have, they be managed to get it done. They remind me of the Pistons, and that one championship run because they had a mediocre team because Chauncey Billups wasn't like on like a supreme all star. Hamilton was average. He was just your average, piece that could help you out, like a Robert Ory, a Fox, something like that. That's what he was. And then Rasheed Wallace was good, but he wasn't all that. You know what I mean? He was good, but he wasn't all that. Ben Wallace was a pretty good defender. So you read that, and then you had Price. Was it Prince or Price? I think they had both of them. Anywho, their team was like average at best.
My eyes.
Yeah, you look tired.
What does that mean?
But they managed to get it done.
I was going to sleep.
But I like it when teams like that make it because it makes it like exciting. Yeah. Like, they didn't expect that fools. Imagine a win. Fuck.
Bro, what? This is so weird.
I'm trying to get the last name blasted on one of my chests. One of my back.
Right there. Sometimes. Crack it?
On your chest, it's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt once it gets to the nipple. When it gets to the nipple, it starts to hurt right there. I ain't even gonna lie. Like where it gets to the nipple, when it gets to like the collarbone, but everywhere else is like it's smooth. Except like where you have muscle, like in your calves and stuff like that, that shit hurts too. It's because it starts to tense up. So the closer it gets to the nipple, better prepare yourself, my boy.
Wait, what? Me?
Let's crack it. Cut it out. Dispenser, my boy. I'm trying to figure out what I'm watching. Are you a Chicano rapper? One of those homies that got out. Oh, disrespect. I'm just me, my boy. I'm all of those. I'm not like a prison channel or nothing like that. If that's what people are looking to ask, no. The stuff I don't talk about on my channel. Yes, I'm from the streets. Yes, I do. Yes, I do music and all that. You know what I mean? But I'm just me, homie. So if I were to brand myself anything, I'll just brand myself me. Fools be dropping bombs on.
Yeah.
Yeah, this motherfucker be war, bro. Yeah, it is war. It's a casualty of war. Like, well, this is a casualty of war too. You know? Fuck. Right. What I'm trying to basically say is that there's no logic to why a person should lose their life, meaning gang related or government related is pretty much what I'm trying to say. So I think people get the wrong idea. Like they're trying to say like, oh, so you're trying to say that gang members should get away with that? Like, no, I'm not saying that they should get away with it. I'm saying that the same reason people want to come down on these individuals, they got to come down on these individuals. You know what I mean? Because then it doesn't make any sense. I'm saying people don't have the right to lose their lives to another human being, plain and simple, regardless if it's military, whatever. There's no justifying it. You know what I mean? Because the government sends soldiers out there to kill for their financial gain, and nobody ever says a problem about it there. Like, it's crazy. You scared of the army?
Oh,
You scared of the army?
was legit.
No, why would I be scared of the army? My boy, in the streets, we risk our lives every day. We're gonna be scared of the
Oh,
military.
bro, I suck.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Where?
that's not the point, though. Like, people shouldn't be fighting for anybody for pointless shit like that. Is what I'm trying to say. They always had by saying that and the war, but at what cost, though? You get what I'm saying? Like, at what cost? Killing innocent people. So then it becomes. So then we start rationalizing and justifying killing innocent people, including elders, pregnant women, children. All of that is justified because you'll end the war that way. But you're gonna kill thousands of innocent people, but it'll end the war. Like, okay, so when the stakes are that high, then it's okay to kill innocent people. It's pretty much when no, it's never okay to kill innocent people, right? But they always justify it. You know what I mean? Like, our military fights for our country. What are countries? These lands that people say that they own. Who the fuck gave it to them? As far as I know, when you're born, a magical person doesn't come and says that this is yours and this is yours. Nobody gave these lands to these people. These people came and took these lands by force and claimed it for theirs. Nobody gave it to them, my boy. Think about it. You're born. Who gave these lands to these people, dog? Who? What made those people the owners of those lands? Right? So that doesn't happen, right? So literally these people came and just branded these areas saying that this from here, from there is ours, and from that to that is yours. And there and everyone now that lives in this area has to now before you were able to drink water and eat food, like rightfully how you're supposed to, but from here moving on, you'll have to give me now something in order to get this. And it's like, what? Why? Like, I just won't do it. If you don't do it, then my men will kill you. And then it's like, okay, I'm sorry, and then bam. Sounds like gangs to me, homie. I don't know about you. Or am I missing something? Sounds a whole lot of like neighborhoods, but like, oh no, don't compare the two. People will start realizing. Shh. Oh, sorry. See, what gets people mad is that I point these things out. They want me not to point these things out. They want me to just point out all the bad things that gang members do, but without pointing out the bad things that are with society that is exactly the same as this lifestyle. Like, no, just point it out on the gangs, but don't point it out over here. Like, okay, so now we're keeping secrets, and now I thought the truth will set you free, and I thought that no, only at the convenience. Oh, see, people have to start explaining how to talk. You know what I mean? Like, always ask at the convenience. Yeah. People don't like it now when you start airing out their dirty laundry. It's like, man, why can't you just be one of those stupid cholos that when you just say something, they get mad and just go in a complete rage and don't make any logical sense. It makes it a lot better that way. That's why they don't like my channel. Like, let's have a rational debate. You know what I mean? Come with the facts. If not, you know what would be a good idea?
I am facts.
Fair countries that don't have the right to bear arms at right. See, school shootings. Here's what I'll say to that, though.
Is he cool? Like, is he good at the game?
You know, one thing that gets me mad about this country that happens is that when there's a school shooting, right? When there's a school shooting, everybody's main priority and target is guns, right? There should be stricter gun laws. Let's strike these gun bans and stuff like that. That's still not gonna fix the problem, bro. You get what I'm saying? They focus always on the most stupidest, dumbest shit, and it's like, how are they not able to actually see the scenario for what it is? Take away the guns from this individual, he'll use knives. He won't kill as many, but he'll still kill people. Take away the knives, he'll use a bat. Take away the bat, he'll use his hands. Casualties are less, but they're still casualties. You know what I mean? So one is already way too many. You know what I'm saying? Because what if that one person is your child? You know what I mean? You ain't gonna be too happy with it. So remove the guns is not fixing the problem. You get what I'm saying? Instead of them focusing on the problem, like what makes these individuals like this, you know what I mean? That way you prevent this from happening. But instead of focusing on that, is they focus on the gun. Like you take away that, they'll use something else, stupid. Like how about getting to the source of the problem? How about getting to actually understanding why these individuals feel the need to do this? You know what I mean? What creates these individuals to want to commit these kind of acts? You know what I mean? And that way you can, do something about that problem. That way you prevent these things from happening. You know what I mean? But removing that weapon is just he's gonna use another one. You know what I mean? So, and like I said, one casualty is already way too many. So it's like they're not really fixing the problem. You get what I'm saying? Like they, all they're pretty much doing is taking this option away from these individuals. So then they just look for another means to do it. They act like if human beings are not conniving. Like if when we're really put to the test, we'll find a way how to get something done that we need to get done, my boy. Prison proves it. You see these individuals concoct all kinds of shit out of nothing. You know what I mean? They underestimate the human. You know what I mean? Like you'll forever find a means. But that's what I'm saying. Like they gotta tackle the actual source of the problems, but instead they always focus on the stupid shit. Like, oh, let's remove these gangs. Let's take these gangs. Okay, gentrify the area, remove those gangs, whatever. It's only a matter of time before another gang takes its place because you never got to the source of the problem. Because it's not these individuals. That's why you see a bunch of different new gangs always sprout in different areas. You know what I mean? That they weren't there; they just established the new organizations. You get what I mean? Because you are not fixing the problem that creates these things to begin with. You get what I mean? So, but see, these individuals never think about that because then all of a sudden now it comes to looking at the problem for what it is. You know what I mean? So it's not these individuals, and that's what they don't want. The truth hurts. You know what I mean? They don't want to look in that mirror, homie. And own up to that. Maybe maybe it's, they're bad that these individuals become this way. And they ain't gonna want to own up to that. It's a lot easier to say that it's these guys' fault because they're already the bad guys. But like I said, these motherfuckers weren't just born and said, yep, think I want to join a street organization and make people's lives a living hell. Like, yeah, like he just woke up and he just, decided that that's what his career was going to be. It's ridiculous.
What are we gonna?
Slowly starts becoming like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
These individuals become the way they become because, my boy, let's just say that they didn't become like that because they were showered with kisses and hugs, my boy. And that's 100, homie. It's a sad truth.
Okay.
But nah, it's easier to blame the bad people, you know what I mean? Because they're already the bad people, so.
Something had to wake me up.
Serio, because these motherfuckers don't go knocking on people's doors and taking kids and shit like that.
This night.
Parents make an uproar when their kids are already gang members like that. Oh, so now it's a big deal. So now you're caring about where your kid's been. Now you're caring about what your kid has become. Also, now you're noticing. Now you're noticing. Now that they become this, now you notice. But you didn't notice when it was leading up to all of this. But now you're starting to realize when the motherfucker's already getting arrested. Now you're noticing. Oh, hey, hello. Welcome. You forgot you had a child, huh? Now they're interested in what their kids were doing in their activities and stuff like that. They didn't bother to care.
Oh, what? You guys see this? Alex, come over here. You can have
That's the sad truth.
There's an X-ray.
That's what I'm saying.
Right there. Oh, you didn't let's go.
Yeah, but with the whole gun laws, that's the only thing that
I see Lanny up there.
I think that that they gotta tackle the problems for what they really are, you know what I mean? Because they don't help, you know what I mean? Government doesn't help, you know what I mean? They make situations worse as well. You know what I mean? Do you know any Riva gang members? Hell yeah, I got a lot of homies out of Riva from all sides. Except North. I don't know nobody from North, but I know homies from East, South, Sur, Dark Side, and all of those. But I don't know nobody from North Side Rivas and but other than that, I got homies out of Rivas.
Yeah.
Rivas is deep, homie. There's a lot of homies that were incarcerated that were from East Side Rivas too. Hit the like, gente. Yeah, hit the like. It helps me get into the algorithm. Look at all the vatos all scared.
I forgot when I
This is
played
sex. They're scared of sex? Wait.
No!
Oh, what kind of sex do you be dishing out? What up, G? Nuevo Mexico is definitely up in the building. Shout out to Nuevo Mexico. What about Scottie Pippen? Scottie Pippen was a
And you
beast.
still couldn't kill them. Oh no. Oh.
Scottie Pippen was a beast. Scottie Pippen was Kawhi Leonard before Kawhi Leonard was Kawhi Leonard.
Hey, no,
You drink tap water in Southgate?
Yeah.
No, I actually have the water gallon things.
Don't get mad if you tune it. Don't get mad if it.
That's my neighborhood right there, dog. Born and raised. That's right, homie. Shout out to all the homies out of Chino doing their thing. You got the.
What?
Christopher, yo, what's good? What's good, my boy? I.E. Sureño all day. That's right. Shout out to the whole Alien Empire.
Let me turn it off.
Aquí nomás pisteando, compa. Okay, guys. Much love to all the Sue brothers. Believe that Gibby was good. When you think about Neil Tusa's doing his thing. He's right there doing his thing, and I mean,
Stunk today.
you know,
He has a
he got his channel. He's grinding. He's doing his thing. You know what I'm saying?
stank.
Much love to the IE. Shout out to the whole Alien Empire. I've been here for 30 years. Let the young ones know this place sucks. Okay. Yeah, this place does suck. Incarceration is crap, you know. But I be telling that to individuals all the damn time. You know what I mean? Like, bro.
You're different picture.
You got no friends in there, homie. That's one thing. You have homies in the calles. 100. Those are your camaradas. You know, those are your brothers you grow up with and bond and you know what I mean? Those are your camaradas.
Hello?
Those are your dogs. As soon as you get incarcerated, my boy, you have no dogs. You have no friends. Zero. Mira. I know you like to think that, you know, Southern United Raza and everything y todo el pedo. My boy, you got no friends in there, homie. Every man is disposable, and you're only as good as your use, homie. You know what I mean? And any chance of a slip, and they'll clip you without. You can tell the most saddest story in the world, my boy. They don't give a fuck. They don't want to hear it, and they won't hear it. And they ain't gonna hesitate. So it's a cold game.
Okay, I think.
So you may think you're gonna get busted, you don't have a lot of friends. You ain't got no friends in there, my boy. Zero.
Okay, and then
You meet acquaintance. But if it comes down to it, you'll get plucked. It's that easy. They won't even think twice.
let's play Reaper.
It's cold game,
Let's
huh?
play Reaper. Let's play Reaper. Let's play Reaper. Let's play Reaper.
You know, fuck that love to all my social fight service at hard life, but the only ones. Much respect out of South Central Los Angeles. I watch you every day. Keep it up and go. Yeah, Simon, my boy, that's right, homie. Hey, gracias, dog. I appreciate the support, carnal. You're talking about the one by Shadow, you ever tried Bud Light Platinum 600? Yeah, actually, I had tried Platinums. I have one of my crimes, the homie Crimes. He used to well, that's all he drinks, Platinum. So, yeah, whenever I'm chilling with him, we're drinking Platinums because that's the only thing he drinks. Everybody has their preference. Food. That's how society views us. No one ever takes the time to see us. I know, my boy. They think that. Hey, my boy. They say, why don't these individuals change, right? That why did these individuals act the way that they act? But yet my boy, they come at us insulting us from the gates. You know, you got fucking stupid, fucking you know what I'm saying? And it's like, now, my boy, if I'm giving you advice let's say if I'm a civilian, if I'm gonna come and give you advice, right? Like if you're having problems and I'm trying to hammer it in to you some advice, right? I think that the worst way to go about it was if I was to come and be like, "You fucking idiot," and then me expecting you to listen to me, you know what I mean, or expect you to treat me with respect and not snap. Like these individuals still have the nerve to act like, why are these guys getting mad? Because the truth hurts. Like, oh, okay, yeah, it's that. Could it not be the way you came at these individuals and insulting and name calling? I don't know. Last time I checked, that doesn't really work when you want to actually have a conversation or help somebody out or guide or anything like that. You know what I mean? But yeah, they don't see nothing wrong with what they do. They feel like just because these people, chose this path, that they have the right to insult them and name call them and everything like that. No, that's not how the world works, bro. They want to show respect. They're over here disrespecting, like.
We lost another. Put this game mode on.
Yeah, they just stop popping those damn soccer balls, man.
This one died in the sun. Bro, I wanted to play Reaper.
I'm the only one with I'm the only one in my high school that does use the N word. It doesn't act like I'm the only one that doesn't say no. Hey, I don't make me say.
David, I think you just have to step it up.
Yeah, but that's the thing though. Social media influences, you know what I mean? So these people wanna be cool, right? Them too, even though they won't admit it, them too. Just like humanity's like that, my boy. Humanity always wants to feel like, we want to feel like we belong to something, right? So we don't want to get left behind. So we want to be a part of something, you know what I mean? Regardless of what it is, people want to feel like they belong, so they don't want to get left behind. So they want to feel relevant. You know what I mean? And with the age now of social media and everything like that, you see, trends, pick up speed a lot faster and actually spread more, wide now. So these individuals want to be like all their friends and stuff like that. So they just start, copying all their lingo, their dress style, and everything like that because they want to be a part of the crowd. They want to be a part of what's hip, what's in. They won't admit it, but people always say, I don't give a damn about what people say. I don't give a damn about what people think about me, but they do, my boy. That's the reason why they dress, talk, and walk and everything like how they do, my boy. Because if they don't, what would people think about them? What would people say about them? What would, you know what I mean? Like, oh, you don't know this. Oh, how can you not know that? Like, oh, this fool doesn't know. Or like, how can you wear that ghetto shit? Or, oh, like, oh, you ain't got no Gucci. And people just try to they don't run their lives. They don't run their lives. Every decision that they make is, what are people gonna think about me? What are people gonna say about me? You know what I mean? And that fear is really literally is what's controlling everything you do on a day to day. You don't eat at the place you don't want to. You don't wear what you wanted because you're afraid of what society might say about you. Especially in this time now of the internet, I could give two fucks. Let them make a meme about me. I don't care. Think I really care about the opinions of people that I don't even know, complete strangers, but yet everybody else does though, and yet they want to claim that they don't care about what people say about them, and they don't give a fuck. Stop. You care more than a motherfucker, dog. So they want to be a part of the crowd too. Except theirs aren't gangs or whatever, but still they want to be a part of something. That's what I'm trying to say. That humanity always wants to feel like, they belong or be a part of something. So when these kids are growing up feeling like they don't belong to anything and feeling they're not a part of anything, they're gonna go look for, what's there, and what's there is gonna be, the streets is gonna be meeting them with open arms. That's what I'm saying. Gotta have a bond with your child. For all those dads that wanna come home from work and go straight to the TV, and you might wanna play with your kids, my boy. But yeah, that's just society for you. All I know is not. They. Yeah, it's a game of chess. I'm not going after the guns and the weaponry. I'm going after what happens without the guns. Yeah, yes, because you can't trust the government to take your arms away from you too. Because I mean, who's to say that they're not gonna wanna, hey, here's the thing: power goes to humans' heads, my boy, in anything. Give somebody a little bit of power, whether they're a manager, whether they have their own business, it goes straight to their heads all the time, my boy. You see it happen time after time after time after time. There's millions of years of history right there of time after time of it, always going down the same path. Whether it's a drug dealer, a basketball player, football player. Egos inflate, go straight to people's heads. You know what I mean? Other countries is perfect proof of governments, power, spiraling out of control, and then you get dictators. You know what I mean? Like Kim Jong Un and Vladimir Putin, who already passed his presidency, his timing in years, yet he's still president. Or Kim Jong Un's family, who's been fucking in power for God knows how long already. You know what I mean? Who's to say that that won't happen over here? You're not 100% sure, and if they remove your arms,
Hello?
where's the proof? Look at history, my boy. That's all the evidence you need. What are we gonna say? That history's a lie? It's there, my boy.
So why are you talking so low?
Do you know la Sierra Riva? Yeah, Simon, homie. Yeah, my boy. Because, like I said, you could put a gun on the table and you could tell it to kill somebody. It's not gonna do it. You know what I mean? The guns don't kill people. It's the individuals who are holding the weapons that kill people. You know what I mean? People gotta tackle those problems. What's up, Pedro? Hey, what's good, my boy? I was texting you. You haven't text back. What's up with you, Jerry? You still have the same number, que no? Did you get my message the last time? I texted you like about a week ago. ¿Qué onda, loco? What's good with you, Telly? What's cracking like in? What up, Shadow? How's it going, G? Chilling right here, my boy. What's good with you, King Kong? Ain't got shit on me. Hey, what do you think about that food? Gonna we used to be cool, you know what I mean? But we had our differences that I won't discuss right here on the internet. You know what I mean? So we have our share of woo to woo. So he does him and I do me. You know what I mean? I won't be talking about it here on the internet or sharing my opinions and stuff like that. I don't get down like that. You know what I mean? That's not my character. He does him and I do me, my boy. So, and I'll just leave it at that. So, you know what I'm saying?
Hello?
What's your NBA and NFL team? The Broncos and the Lakers, my boy. 100.
Bro,
I'm talking about this.
I rushed in and I wiped out like the whole team.
What's good with you, Turbo? Honestly, most people hate Chicano rap, but I love it. Helps me. Yeah, I like Chicano rap too. Some of it, you know what I mean. There's a lot of good Chicano rap, and then there's a lot of bad Chicano rap too. People just need to look for the good Chicano rap. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy because people always mention the names that of the quality that's not so good. So people just hear that and automatically assume that it's all like that when it's not. You know what I mean? You have a lot of talented individuals too. What's cracking, M.O.D? What's good with you, Endzone? I can't believe my eyes. Either you change your shirt. Triple OG is definitely in the building. My boy, you dreaming right now, homie. You asleep, homie. I still got the same shirt on, Carlan. I told you gotta shoot that feria, homie. If I could go buy myself a new set of gear, homie. Nah, you're dreaming. Close your eyes and open them again. I'm gonna go change real quick. Speak on. Nah, my boy. That's the last time I'm gonna mention homie's name. You know what I mean? That's not me, homie. I don't do the internet games. You know what I'm saying? It's not my stilo. The day I start doing that is the day that I fucking might as well just shoot myself. Why are gangsters still around after seeing decades of life being destroyed and killed? The reason why they're still around, my boy, is because these individuals feel like they don't have nowhere. Feel like they don't have no one. Feel like they don't have a sense of belonging. You know what I mean? That's the reason why they're still around, because they feel unwanted. They feel unappreciated. They feel Like nobody gives a fuck about these individuals. You know what I mean? And I don't know if you ever felt that feeling. You know, so you could see why when they're in the streets causing all this havoc, like why don't they think any rational sense? Because of all the anger and hatred, and you got to keep this in mind. A lot of these people have been verbally abused, mentally abused, physically abused. You know what I'm saying? So when you want them to think rational, when they've been, living their whole entire life irrationally, because of all the chaos that's been, brought to them, for no reason whatsoever, just for the fact of them being born. I mean, it makes it difficult to once this individual makes the decision, for you to change that individual's mind. You know what I mean? Because although you could say this isn't that, because we're all told that this life gives you nothing, you could go to jail, and we're told all of this and all of that. You know what I mean? We're told all the bad shit, and you could die, and yet these individuals still choose to become a part of the streets. Why? Because they feel like, and that's a suicidal mentality, right? Because you could lose your life every day that you're out there, but you still are out there because you don't care about losing your life. Therefore, you don't care about living or dying, my boy. That should already tell you these kids don't care about living or dying, my boy. That should already tell you the root to this problem, homie. These are kids. Remember that when they get into these gangs, they're kids, my boy. At young kids, they don't care whether they live or die, homie. Why is that? If they're coming from a loving home, that should be alarming to see that your kid doesn't care whether he lives or dies. See, people when they want to judge gang members, they just look at these gang members, for what it is. Like the ones that they see right now, like in their 20s. But when they get into these gangs, they're kids, and when they're doing all the desmadre and havoc that they're doing is when they're kids. When they're already like older is when they're already just like relaxing and pretty much just exchanging war stories. You know what I mean? But the dirt is done when they're children. You know what I mean? So they don't care whether they live or die, my boy. So that should be an alarming mentality for a child to have. Um, yeah, but people don't want to blame that because then it starts now maybe having to look at society's faults. And my boy, you already know as well as I know, everybody wants to take the credit. Nobody ever wants to take the blame, homie. It's a cold truth. When something goes right, everybody wants to own. Hey, it was me. It was me. Yeah, it was me because of that. But when something's going wrong, nobody ever wants to take the blame for it. Nobody ever says, hey, it's me. Oh, no. For the good shit, yeah. For the bad shit, no. You know? Typical, human behavior. That's what's fucked up about it. Because you know what makes it even more funny? Well, not funny, but, strange. Most gang members, our parents are not gang related. So, homie's parents are not gang related. Most, not all. Because you do get some rare incidents like me. And a majority of homies who are gang related, their kids don't turn out to be gang members. Isn't that funny? So homies that are gang members, their parents are not gang related. There is some rare cases, and then homies that are gang related, their kids don't turn out to be gang members. That's the strange part about it. Maybe these individuals do know what they're talking about. Maybe these individuals actually know what actually makes these individuals. Nah, they can't provide nothing good. Don't listen to these motherfuckers. They don't know what they're talking about. Okay, we'll still keep doing it your guys' way since it's been working so swell. I swear they've been using the same technique since these gangs started, and I don't know about you guys. To me, they haven't been working, but I could be wrong. Like maybe these individuals know what they're talking about. No, they don't know. They don't know, my boy. Oh, okay. Maybe no. Oh, sorry. They don't know how to be bad. Oh. Saludos. Shout out to Joker. Whoa. Is definitely up in the building. Kilo, what do you think about that? Why are we talking about him on my live, anyways? However you guys think about him, you guys can let him know in person. I don't believe in talking about other individuals when they're not around. I don't think it's appropriate. Right? So you think like a Republican? I don't think like a Republican, and I don't think like a Democrat. I think like myself. You know what I mean? I actually could come to the middle of both. I believe the Republicans do have some good views and bills and stuff like that, as well as the Democrats. You know what I mean? I could see a lot of good things in both parties, and I could see a lot of bad things in both parties. You know what I mean? The sad part about what I think about our government is that it became you know to the point where people feel like they must choose one or the other. Like let's say if you're Republican, that means you can't vote on a Democratic or bill or vice versa. When who the fuck says you can? That's how this fucking democracy is run. But somehow it turned into like gangs. Like if you're a Republican, you're only supposed to stick to Republican, and if you even dare of thinking that the Democrats' bill is even you know anything worthy of being passed, that is seen as a traitor or some shit like that. You know what I mean? When it's like, what the fuck? Like, what kind of democracy is this? It's not gangs. You know what I mean? You could vote on other bills if they make sense. That's fucking ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? That's the part that has me like scratching my head. Like, says, when the fuck did this become gangs? Like, why can't a Republican vote on a Democratic bill and vice versa? It doesn't make any sense. Then this is not a democracy that we're running right here. You know what I mean? What it is that both parties want it their way, and both parties are not willing to come and meet in the middle. You know what I mean? Because it's either all our all our side or none. When this doesn't make any sense. There's a middle, but people don't ever think about the middle because they want it all their way. Doesn't make any sense. That's why even with these presidencies that keep coming in, it's not gonna change anything. You know what I mean? Because the president doesn't have all the power like in other countries. You know what I mean? You vote the president into office. Yeah, you got the president you wanted, but still the Senate is run by the other side. So then he puts the bill out there, and it's still a stalemate, and nothing gets done. You know what I mean? We've seen it happen with Obama, with Bush, with you know what I mean? Because it keeps happening over and over and over again. The president's not changing anything, you know what I mean? Because the Senate's still run by the other side, so it still becomes a stalemate. So what the fuck does it even matter? But that's only because these people rally up the troops just to vote for their side, just to gain an upper hand on their side. And it's like, why do you feel like you need to gain an upper side on your hand? You're acting like if you're literally competing against another rival gang or some shit like that. That's not what a democracy is, to fear that the other side has more numbers than you, and all of a sudden now you should be shaking in your boots. Like, what kind of fucking country are we running here? That these people are terrified that if the other side gets more numbers than they do, oh my god, there's more Republicans, we're fucked. Or vice versa, and it's like, wow, and this is the land of the free, and I don't know what the fuck. Don't sound like it. Is that what became of this world, huh? Of America, actually, should I say? Well, actually, no, the whole world, because it's like that everywhere right now. See the bullshit in politics all over. It's crazy. Guns don't kill people. People kill people. You want to know how we could prove this to be a fact? We're gonna put a gun in the kitchen table, and we're gonna tell it to shoot and kill somebody, and we're gonna sit there and wait and see if it does it. And it's not gonna do it. The only way it's gonna do it is if a person comes, picks it up, and does it. So therefore, the person killed the individual, not the weapon. Like I said, I don't know if you missed the conversation earlier. You remove the guns, they'll kill with knives. You remove the knives, they'll kill with bats. You remove the bats, they'll kill with their hands. I don't know if people notice this. That is possible. You are able to take another person's life with your bare hands. Yes, maybe not as many, but you still took a life, which is one too many already. Oh, no, but the casualty will be less now. Oh, and that makes it better. Give yourselves a round of applause. You fixed the problem. They reduced the amount of casualties. Did you guys hear that? They reduced the amount. So now we're good. We're good. Somebody's still gonna die, but we're good. It might be your kid, but I mean, we don't know. So, but they fixed the problem, ladies and gentlemen. Give them a round of applause. God bless this country. Shouldn't we have been focusing on what makes these individuals think this way and prevent it? No, no, that's too much thinking, my boy. That's nah. We gotta start looking at parenting and nah. We ain't trying to do all that. This is a lot more easier and faster. I'm taking the lazy way. Feed me. I like that. We ain't really trying to work all that much. You know what I mean? Like, oh, okay, I see y'all. I see you guys. Pretty good plans you guys got whipped up right here. I'm feeling it. We don't gotta think that much. Thank God for. People always focus on the most dumbest stuff, huh? Someone gave me a ranch so I can hit that SNY for OG. Why, my boy? What you trying to get rid of OG for? He ain't bothering nobody. He's allowed to express his opinions. Spoons make people fat.
You have to stay in a certain area.
TG 3000, you heard him? Beautiful, my boy. I like your mental. That's the homie right there. He said spoons make you fat.
You get a lot
Like
of
that.
mosquitoes.
That's real talk.
People in the
See, homie gets it. Homie gets exactly what I'm talking about. Ban guns and all, including gang members, they should have done it a long time. Ban guns on all, including gang, including gang members. We have to add that just in case. Like, well, I would figure, ban gang, that should already been in there. But like, you know what? I think these gang members are bad. We should probably ban it on them too. You could ban them. People will still get their hands on them. That's what I'm trying to say. You want to know why? Because humanity is greedy. Grenades and extended clips and bombs and everything are illegal. You can't own one of those, yet people still get their hands on it. Why? You want to know why? Because people are greedy. And as long as you still give these weapons to any human in this world, doesn't even matter if it's military or anything like that, if the price is right, because y'all ain't paying these motherfuckers, well, at least what they want. And if these individuals come with that money, they'll sell the soul to the devil. Especially how society, pollutes these people's minds of how materialistic things is everything and all of that. Oh yeah, they'll definitely sell it in a heartbeat, my boy. Anything for the almighty dollar. People give these individuals way too much credit. They think because they're law enforcement or military or government that they won't go ahead and sell it to gang members. You clearly have never been in the streets, my boy. I mean, for heaven's sakes, the United States took the German scientists that were experimenting on other Jews. They took them and gave them the medals of honor and everything like that. When was it the Nobel Prize and everything like that? They belong to the NASA team that was constructing all these like moon rovers and shit like that, and helped us to build the nuclear bombs. You know what I mean?
Bruh.
Yeah, these German scientists didn't do no jail time for the horrendous murders and scientific studies that they did on all these people and torture and everything like that. These fools fucking gave them a job, homie. Think I'm lying? Go research that. These my boys. These fools were getting medals in the White House. The very same individuals that were doing all these crazy experiments on Jewish people in those concentration camps. These very exact same cuckoo scientists, my boy, fucking United States said, we could use an individual like you, homie. Kyle, we got a job right here for you, my boy. These motherfuckers were living in big ass houses and getting paid fat checks, living chingon after all the horrendous shit that they did to all these women and children and elders and all that shit in these concentration camps. But see, at the United States convenience because they could benefit off of it. Oh yeah, they could turn the other cheek, my boy. Look at these mobsters that have done hits. You know what I mean? They comply. They're really like Sammy the Bull and all these individuals. How many people did they kill? Yeah, they're walking free on the streets, skipping. Nah, that's justice for you, my boy. Welcome to America, where problems are only a problem if they say it's a problem. But if it benefits them, my boy, there ain't no problem. No, the government. Come on, my boy. They found Osama bin Laden. You're gonna tell me they don't know how these guns and drugs are coming into this country? They can find literally the most, people whose own countries are hiding them. You know what I mean? With all their resources, these motherfuckers are able to find individuals. Like, you mean to tell me that they don't know how these guns and drugs are getting into this fucking country? See, it's really hard to believe telling me that law enforcement wants crime to stop. Because by that, you're telling me that these fools want to lose their jobs. Because if crime goes down, if crime stops or goes down, everything, a lot of these police officers, lawyers, and all these motherfuckers are going to be out of a job. You know what I mean? Or their hours are going to be getting cut. And I doubt they want their hours getting cut. And I doubt they want to be out of a job. Why were they planting evidence on his homeboys before? Because they wanted more hours, right? They wanted to increase the crime rate. You know what I mean? That way they could get, more hours. You know what I mean? I mean, in these indictments that they did on these cop gangs, because there is cop gangs, that's one of the main things that they were involved for, and why they say they were doing it. That way they could get more hours. They were planning evidence and lying and saying these people were breaking the law and shit like that. And of course, they were believing the law officers, the police officers. Why would they believe, the cholos, the bad guys? And then the more beautiful was the cherry on top is that since they're the good guys, people don't look it up. They don't research it. You know, they believe what these people tell them, and it's like, yeah, nah, this stupid gang member is lying right here on YouTube. If doesn't know what he's talking about. My boy, I come on here knowing damn well that these people could just go research what the fuck I'm saying. Like I said, go and research it and come back and we could have a talk. I'm not never gonna make up shit. People don't like hearing the truth is the sad part. All I want to know is what up with that raccoon. Hey, my boy, once we hit that 12K, we're gonna have to raffle it, homie. What's good with your shadow pit? Like shit and that good shit. And I keep playing chicano half of the night. I'm feeling me. And yeah, man, they be coming with some good stuff. Fucked up. Wrong emoji I meant to put this one. Do a story on Norteño rap that passed away. Do a story on. Well, I already did a video on that. But I won't be talking about like the, how could I say, like what happened, what led into that. That's none of my business to be doing. Any of that. You know what I'm saying? You know what the most insulting thing though that I get from some people that be like, think about the views that you can get off of those kind of videos, and it's like, wow, you've been watching my channel for this long and you still gonna say some shit like that? Like, how dare you insult me? Like, I could give a fuck less about the views, my boy. I care more about my morals. I know what could get my channel to blow up, and I know what kind of videos, if I make them, they'll get thousands and thousands of views. No, I'm not gonna do all that though. Fuck that. I wouldn't even be able to live with myself. Be sleeping there at night. Like, you really gonna do this shit, my boy? Like, fuck, what happened to you? Nah. It's not even about others, it's about me. You know what I mean? I gotta be able to live with myself. Like, this way might be slower and maybe not the successful way, but at least it's not selling. At least I'm not selling myself, to the devil. So throwing away everything I ever was just for views and likes. Nah. Like, pretty much Like you have to give into bad behaviors in order to make it. Like, nah, what kind of lessons and morals would I be teaching then? Like, fuck staying humble and true and loyal and respectful and all that. Nah, you gotta be disrespectful and and you gotta meddle your nose into everybody's business and like, damn, and that's how you'll succeed. Like, like that's some hell of advice. That there's a lot of excuses. I grew up in the hood and they come from. Oh wait, there's a lot of excuses. I grew up in the hood and they come from good families. Most people make their decision. Here's the thing though. People always assume that they come from good homes. How do you know? Are you there? You're not there. Here's a perfect example. Like the BTK killer, right? Bound, tortured, kill. I don't know if you're aware of his case. You might want to research it. Um, he was part of the church committee. He was the one that was gathering stuff and setting up all the events and everything like that. He was married with children, and all of that. You know what I mean? When they arrested him, nobody ever suspected that he was the serial killer. Yes, because it looks like a loving family. It looks like they come from a good. My boy, once them doors close, you don't know what the hell be going on. I talk to these individuals, my boy. You know what I mean? I talk to these individuals. I know what really be going on. I ain't making these stories up. You know what I mean? And me, coming from that realm and actually been through a lot myself, my boy. You don't gotta believe me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here to convince you. You know what I mean? I'm here to say what it is. You don't gotta believe it. You know what I mean? You can believe whatever you want. Yeah, I'm not here to convince people. I'm here to just speak on what it is. You know what I mean? There's no need for me to make up shit or anything like that. You know what I mean? Like I can only call it for what it is. You know, because we're not here to convince anybody of anything. But see, people don't wanna they don't like the response that I'm giving. That's the problem that they're having. You know what I mean? It's not that maybe it is these individuals' choice. It's just that they don't like the response because they just dislike these individuals so much that they just don't want to give them anything. You know what I mean? And like I said, it's never to justify. It's only being said to provide understanding of what leads up to this. Not for you to give them sympathy. They don't want your sympathy. They don't care for your sympathy. They shouldn't be given sympathy. Get what I mean? It's just done to understand what leads up to these behaviors, not to make excuses of why they became this way. You get what I mean? There's a difference of why it's being explained. It's one of the things that people like psychiatrists and therapists and all of that get attacked for, right? When they talk about schizophrenic, sociopath, narcissistic, personality disorders, that they people say that these people are justifying these people's actions, but that's not what they're doing. They're breaking down what these disorders are and what creates these disorders, not to justify these individuals' actions. But see, that's people's own points of views that get the best of them and the reason why they express themselves the way they express themselves. You know what I mean? That's the reason why they're not able to see these people's perspectives on the matter because they dislike that. There's a difference. But like I said, I'm not here to convince anybody of anything. Like Popeye says, it ain't nothing to me. Two wings of the same bird. Hell yeah, 100. What's good with you, Hormiga? I could only be me, carnal. You know what I mean? I could only stay true to myself. You know what I mean? Like I can't give in just because I see that it's successful or because I see that it works for a lot of people. It works for Takashi. It works for WAC 100. It works for a lot of individuals. Nah, nah. Like I'm not going to be a part of what I think is the problems in society. You know what I mean? I'm not going to be a part of that just because it could maybe, um, it could maybe make my life easier, or it could make me financially in a better situation and stuff like that. Like, but at what cost? At the cost of still um, you know displaying bad behaviors that I know is toxic for society. You know what I mean? And then how am I helping? You know what I mean? I'm not. I'm helping myself. You know what I mean? But that's not what this world's about. It's about helping others, about helping those who are less fortunate than you. You know what I mean? That's what it's about. Because we could all say, like, I could come on here and say, nah, it's what I'm gonna help, and you know what I mean. But if I'm not really showing it or displaying it or anything like that, then what does it matter how many times I'm saying it?
Yeah.
Doesn't mean shit. Those are just fucking empty vessels, words. You know what I mean? Um, like I said, I'm not perfect. I'm not. I don't think I have a lot of flaws. I make a lot of mistakes myself. You know what I mean? I'm only human. You know what I mean? Bless you, baby.
Thank you.
But you know what I mean? We can only try, carnal. That's all it is. Shout out to Richmond. That's right. Shout out to the whole Richmond because it's all run for money. Yes, money's the root of all evil. It's been the root of all evil for a long time. Try studying beyond the Bible because I decided to keep. Oh yeah. Well, I'm not religious. I don't believe in like religion or the Bibles or stuff like that. You know what I mean? I do educate myself though. I do read it. I have read it, and and all of that. I do, educate myself on religion and everything like that. I'm not just one person that wants to come and just speak recklessly on stuff that I don't even know what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? Like, how could you give your criticism on something that you're not even educated on? You know what I mean? Like, so you want to educate yourself on these matters. That's why before, when people ask me something and I go, I don't know, let me research. I don't touch on the subject because I'm not knowledgeable on that subject. I want to at least know what I'm talking about before I come and just start talking. And I do like hear people out. Like when I'm debating, I do hear them out because I never come into an argument or something like that thinking that I'm right. You know what I mean? I'm hearing the other person because I have been, proven wrong, and I have been able to see it from other people's perspective. That's the beauty about debating. You know what I mean? That you're able to see things from another perspective now, maybe an angle that you didn't see before. So now and it only makes you a better person, right? Because now you gain more knowledge on something. You better understand, um, people's situations and stuff like that. Mentalities, you know what I mean? Is the mental, getting behind the mental of different individuals, because we're all different. We don't all have the same mental, even though people want to establish society like if we all have the same mental, when we don't. We're all different. You know what I mean? Yeah, there's people that are so ignorant to just because they didn't go through these battles, or just because they're able to muscle through it, that automatically means that everybody has the same will and mental power to muscle through it. We're not all born the same. You see, some people are more sensitive than others. Some people are more emotional. I have said it. You could have five siblings, five brothers and sisters. You guys have the same parents, biological parents and everything. Your parents die. Some are gonna take it okay. Some are gonna be devastated. Some don't recover from it. But they all, mourn differently. You know what I'm saying? Even though they have the same, parents. You know what I mean? The same genes, genetics, and stuff like that. Yet they all took the news differently, and they all, like I say, mourn differently. You know what I'm saying? Like, some could take it so, and some could it impacts them big time. Therefore showing that we are not all the same, even if you do have the same genetics. You don't have the same, mental. That's why some people are able to educate themselves better than others. Some people learn faster, some people it takes them a little bit longer, and etc. Some people are born athletic, some people are born with a photogenic memory, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So to think that we're all the same is like, come on now. But I don't know. I feel like I always go on these rants when I do my I feel like I always give lectures when I'm doing my lives, you know? I be telling my wife that, like, fuck, man, every time I do a live, I feel like I'm lecturing. And I hate that. But I also like the questions, though. That's the thing. I get passionate, and I like the questions that I'm asking, you know, and stuff like that. But I feel like it's like people are like, fuck, man, this motherfucker over here. My bad. Um, read it, say
Oh,
that.
damn. That's right. That's right. I see that. Did you actually think that's something?
Everything is a Mexican from North part of Mexico, for the most part.
But we almost have enough for like
Listen to your good heart. If good hearts do exist.
Oh, we got it.
It's the mentals that get corrupted, not the hearts. How you feel about Ukraine? I Ukraine situation. It sucks because I know what people say that no, it was a Nazi. No. Slow down. Vladimir Putin. Before we get into Ukraine, if you turning into another history class, Vladimir Putin. If you study the man's uprising, his upbringing, and what led him into even to be a political figure in Russia, and his points of view. One of the best ways to explain what's going on in the Ukraine war, there's an article that you should read that it's by Vladimir Putin himself. You know what I mean? That's describing his overall view on the Soviet Union. If you read that article, my boy, in that article, that's all you need, my boy, to understand what's happening right here, right now. Well, not right here, but in Ukraine. Read that article, my boy, that Vladimir he himself wrote describing the Soviet Union. And just by reading this that came out of the man himself, you'll understand what's happening in Ukraine. You'll understand that this is not about no neo-Nazis. This is not about America, and this is not about none of that, my boy. This is about a man who wants his dynasty back, homie. This is a man who felt the demolish of the Soviet Union was the worst thing that could have ever happened to him in his life. To see his empire and everything that he stood on and loved and strived for is gone now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you can tell by all the moves that he was making before we even got, to Ukraine, because Ukraine is the only one that shouldn't fear. You know what I mean? You have every other, country that was a part of the Soviet Union that should be worried. And that's why they are worried. You know what I mean? Because it's only a matter of time. You start with Ukraine, he ain't going to stop in Ukraine. You know what I mean? Belgium is next, and then he'll go on and on. You know what I mean? And that right there, if you dissect that when he's talking about the Soviet Union, my boy, you'll know that this is a man on a fucking mission, my boy. If he wants to get his empire back. Sorry for the late night. Yeah.
I only got 4 bullets, so I was worth it.
But it is a good article. I'm not gonna lie. You know what I mean? Like when it comes to better understand the mental of Vladimir Putin, I thought it was a really good piece. I ain't even gonna lie.
You see that guy?
It's fascinating, like how much you can learn off of an individual, just off of just him expressing himself or his points of views on something. It's phenomenal. You can be proud of your country, but ashamed. Very true. Very true. But then when it comes down to the point of what is a country, though, you know what I mean? Earth is Earth. You know what I mean? It's meant for us to all live amongst each other peacefully. You know what I mean? Just to like every other animal that's able to coexist with each other. You know what I mean? but instead we want to draw lines and divide, and you can't be a part of us because you know this or that, or the, you know what I mean, the whole lines being drawn, and branding and stuff like that is literally, you know, because now you're isolating other individuals of being a part of, maybe like if they want to be a part of, you know, what you got going, you know what I mean. This is just Earth, homie. There is no United States, no Russia, no France. It's just Earth, my boy. You know what I mean? Because you're proud to be American, you're proud to be Mexican, you're proud to be black, you're proud to be white. But before you're white, Mexican, black, all that, you are a human being, my boy. Before you're anything else in this planet, homie. You know what I mean? So when people want to hold this pride because of their culture and everything like that, yes, but you still have to break it down. Before you're anything of that of your culture, you are a human being. They are a human being. So therefore, you guys are human beings before you're anything else. There is your common denominator. That's what you guys have in common. That is why you should show this person respect, love, and why you should embrace him. Because even though he's not American, even though he's not Mexican or whatever the fuck, he is human. And you are human. And you are human before you're anything else. You know what I mean? In my opinion, though. Because everyone always likes to point out the differences, but it's like, okay, we're really gonna like point things out and we're really gonna travel back in time and everything like that, then let's really travel back in time. And guess what? It's gonna lead up to, well, you're human. So although you're trying to look for the division, you're trying to look for why to separate your guys, you know, why, you know, you can't relate to them, or something like that, you know. Break my finger? Uh, ah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna end it. Spence, I turned this into another rant. I just, I get passionate, I get caught up in the moments. You know, what can I say? But I always appreciate you guys' company.